The third time is a charm. The first two shows this year got rained out. Now, we're ready to go racing for 30 fast laps with the Winged Warriors. Jerry Carrier, Chris Neuenschwander on the front row. The second row, the 99 car of Jeff Kaiser and the 7 car of Tim Cox. Jason Cox and Jimmy McCune in row 3. Row 4 sees the hurry one, Hank Lauer and Joe Swanson. The 5th row, Eddie Kelly and Steve Ball Jr. The 5th row, Jim Sheets and Ron Kohler. The third.
All right, man, take your
1 to go signal shown to the field here for the Hoosier Outlaw Sprint Series. The 1 to go signal shown to the field. Jerry Carrier, Chris Neuenschwander, the front row. Jeff Kaiser, Tim Cox, Jason Cox, Jimmy McCune, Hank Lauer, Joe Swanson, Eddie Kelly, Steve Ball Jr., Jim Sheets, and Ron Kohler. The front dozen starters. We're coming to green off of corner number 4 for the Hoosier Outlaw Sprint Series. On the break, it's Carrier. Carrier takes the early race lead, but here comes Tim Cox on the outside of Jimmy McCune. McCune moves into the number 3 spot. He won all 4 races here last year. Battle for the 6th position. Jason Cox trying to fend off the 99 of Kaiser. Here comes Hank Lauer around the inside of Cox for 7th. Hank Lauer, one of the newest members of the Baer Speedway Hall of Fame. He moves around Jeff Kaiser, put him into the number 7 position. Joe Swanson chasing the 88 car of Jimmy McCune, trying to chase him down for the number 4 position. Meanwhile, Jerry Carrier still out front. Neuenschwander 2nd, Cox 3rd, McCune 4th, Swanson 5th. Jason Cox sitting at 6th. Field predominantly single file now. Lauer, Kaiser, Kelly, and Sheets, the top 10. Steve Ball Jr. sitting in 11th. He guides to the inside of Jim Sheets, but he can't make any kind of move on him. Side-by-side battle now between the 37 car of Hank Lauer and the 40 car of Jason Cox. That's a battle for the number 6 spot. Given to the Ryan Newman Foundation for the car number 37, the hurrying one, Hank Lauer. Jerry Carrier with about a 6 car length lead over 2nd. Jerry Carrier, Chris Neuenschwander, Tim Cox, Jimmy McCune, Joe Swanson, the front 5. Lauer in 6th, 7th, the 40 car of Cox. Back in the pack, the 18 car is pulled pretty far ahead of the 64 car of Eddie Kelly. Steve Ball Jr. trying to work his way around the 64 car of Kelly. Carrier with a pretty decent lead now, as now Steve Ball Jr. goes to the inside of Eddie Kelly. Moves Steve Ball Jr. up another spot. Ron Kohler there as well. Ron Kohler in the number 10K car trying to make a move now to the inside of Eddie Kelly. Jerry Carrier in the 75C car worked out to about a 6 car length lead over the 2nd place runner. Field predominantly single file. Back up front, the 75 car still out by pretty far, and we got big problems. Oh, big trouble off of corner number 1. One car goes off into the trees, red flag is out. Big problems in corner number 1 as one car goes into the trees very hard. Red flag is out. Word from down in corner number 1, and you see the driver out of the car. The driver of car number 18, Jim Sheets, with a wild ride down into the turn 1 trees.
To go back home to Anderson and Isaac Gutter Maker of Indiana, Tachi Construction, Campbell Excavating, entry car number 18.
1 to go signal is shown to the field. During the red flag period, Jeff Kaiser, who was running pretty close up near the top of the pack, had to go pit side and change a tire. Meanwhile, back up front, Jerry Carrier, Chris Neuenschwander, Tim Cox, Jimmy McCune, and Joe Swanson, the front 5. coming to green. 10 laps complete, 20 circuits to go. Coming to Mark Tarleton's green flag again. Tim Cox around the outside of Chris Neuenschwander. Whoa! Cox, whoa! Big problems! Tim Cox upside down into the backstretch hard. Tim Cox goes off the top of the racetrack on the back straightaway and hits the tire wall in the backstretch very hard. Red flag back out once again. A hard lick on the back straightaway for the Park City driver in the Swanson Racing Engines car number 7 for Tim Cox. Red flag back out once again. 1 to go signal shown to the field here. 10 laps still complete here. 20 laps to go. Driver Tim Cox was taken away in an ambulance, but was awake and alert when the ambulance crew was taking him away. Meanwhile, getting set to go back, green flag racing. Jerry Carrier, Chris Neuenschwander, Jimmy McCune, Joe Swanson, and Hank Lauer, the front 5 cars. Coming to Mark Tarleton's green flag again. 20 circuits remaining. McCune trying to make a move to the inside of the 8-car. Neuenschwander can't do anything with him. Jerry Carrier still out front. Joe Swanson, the quick qualifier in the 7S, trying to make a move and see if he can get around the 88-car of McCune. Joe Swanson in the 7S car. He goes to the inside of McCune for the 3 spot. He's going to get it down the front straightaway. Whoa! McCune throws a block. Never mind on that. Still side by side. Headed to corner number 2. Still in a side by side battle. McCune now ahead of the 7-car Swanson. Lauer 5th. Cox 6th. Steve Ball Jr. sitting at 7th. Eddie Kelly 8th. Ron Kohler 9th. Doug Berryman in 10th. Battle for the 6th position, Steve Ball Jr. in the 95. Maybe he's got something for the 40 car of Jason Cox. Steve Ball Jr. in the 95, working on the 40 car of Jason Cox for the number 6 position. Meanwhile, battle for 8th, Ron Kohler. He's looking like he may have something to get around the 64 car of Eddie Kelly. Doug Berryman sitting in the number 10 position. Doug Berryman in the 81, substituting for Troy DeCare. DeCare couldn't make it back after the rain-out event from last week. Berryman giving it a solid top 10 effort. Problems for the 40 car of Jason Cox. He's going to pull it to the infield 3/8 mile. You see also the 99 car of Jeff Kaiser going off the racetrack. Battle for the number 2 and 3 position. Jimmy McCune taking over the 2nd spot over the 8 car of Neuenschwander. Jimmy McCune sitting in 2nd. Joe Swanson back to 4th. Running 5th, the hurrying one, Hank Lauer. Steve Ball Jr. closing in on him, trying to make a move for that one. The leader by almost half a straightaway, the 75C car of the Ohio driver Jerry Carrier. Working heavy lap traffic, Jerry Carrier trying to hold on and pick up a victory. McCune sitting in 2nd. Neuenschwander 3rd. Swanson closing in as he's still running in the 4th spot. Chris Neuenschwander, Joe Swanson down the backstretch. Hank Lauer and Steve Ball Jr. still sitting in the 5 and 6 position. Still working heavy lap traffic, the number 2 and 3 cars of Jimmy McCune and Chris Neuenschwander. Back up front, Jerry Carrier walking away with this one. Jerry Carrier in the 75C making this one look easy tonight as he laps the 11G car of Tom Guerin. He's lapped all the way up to the number 10 spot with the 81 car. Meanwhile, a battle for the 3rd position. Chris Neuenschwander trying to fend off the 7S of Joe Swanson. White flag this time by Jerry Carrier, 1 circuit remaining. See some steam coming out of the 75C car of Jerry Carrier, but rounding corner number 3 and 4. He's going to hang on to it, and Jerry Carrier wins at Fairfield. Coming across the line, second will be Jimmy McCune. 3rd spot to the 7S of Joe Swanson. Chris Neuenschwander finishing 4th. Hank Lauer will round out the top 5. Whoa! More problems on the back straightaway as the 7S car of Joe Swanson jumps the banking but keeps it on all 4s. But a broken left front suspension on the number 7S will stop him over in corner number 3. And Joe Swanson immediately out of the race car. It was a wild one, but congratulations goes out to car number 75C, to Ohio driver Jerry Carrier as he picks up the win tonight at the Baerfield Speedway.